Teela episode. Finally, right? So for anybody just finding the channel and doesn't know why I made a little bit of a deal about that just now, Teela is my favorite Motu character. And not like, ooh, Teela's hot, she's like my crush character. No, she's my legit favorite Masters of the Universe character. I started in Revelation. I really liked what I saw. She seemed human. She had a very good dynamic. I liked the fact that when she was wounded, she reacted. She didn't react like a superhero. She didn't react like a comic book character. And she didn't necessarily react like a overly dramatic character either. I think all of that stuff is just flat out wrong. She was lied to for years. This is one of those things about superheroes that I've always found funny. And I heard somebody try to defend this. And look, Teela was hurt because her best friend, she has two people in her life that she loves. And it kind of messes with her as to what direction to go. She loves He-Man. She loves Adam. She does not know they are the same person. She trusts her father more than anybody else on the face of the planet. She wants and desires the love of a mother whom has always been there. All of a sudden, in one fell swoop, everything she ever believed about her life was gone. Gone. Her dad had lied to her for years. Her good friend Orko had lied to her for years. Cringer had lied to her face for years. He got the name Cringer. As far as I understand, the name Cringer came from her. She named him. She doesn't have a mild relationship with Cringer. Cringer and her, aside from Cringer and Adam, that's the duo right there. That's his second best friend in the world aside from Adam. And still lied to her face for years. Her mother was there all the time and nobody bothered to reveal the truth. And every time the truth was revealed, they wiped her memory. The man that she loved, the man that the two men she loved the most, one that she'd literally grown up with, trained, protected, and built an understanding relationship, best friends. They were best friends, which could have very much been more than best friends. And then He-Man comes along, and then her senses kind of get thrown, and she's like, I think I like both of these guys, and I don't know exactly what attracts me to them. I love both of them. I can't really pull a decision here. And to find out they're the same guy and your best friend has been lying to you for years, when she reacted, I took notice. It all made sense to me. And then I went from there into the comic books. And she was like the brazen warrior type that I like. Like the no-nonsense, there's a red Sonja here in Motu. And then we went further than that, and I started watching the 80s series. And she was the first one to pop off and be like, this is ridiculous, or I don't like this, or yada yada. And she had like an actual skill set. And He-Man is Superman. I expect him to win. I expect him to win. It was always more interesting to me when somebody like Teela would have to fight. When she would have to showcase swordsmanship and skills and things of that nature. She grew on me with every single watch of the series. I read the books, I liked her. I watched Revelation, I liked her. I watched the original series, I liked her. Every single subsequent thing that I have seen has expanded my love and understanding of my favorite character, Teela. And one of my favorite versions of Teela does actually happen to be the original series Teela. And then this cartoon line starts happening. And they finally made, in this scale, an accurate cartoon Teela for this line. I got high hopes. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is the retro card back. Fine. I like retro card backs. I've mentioned this many times in many other videos. That's my favorite kind of packaging. You got the bubble. There's 100%. You can see the character. I love this. It would hang on the wall easily. I've heard people say that retro card backs take up a lot of real estate. I don't personally see it that way. Because, like, I mean, I feel like that's about, you get what I'm saying here? Like, a lot of people praised this, but then I heard somebody say, actually, I've heard this from a couple different people now, say that, that this, oh my, that this tends to take up more real estate. And I've heard that argument also with Star Wars, and I've heard that very recently with the X-Men 97 stuff. I personally don't feel that way. These are my favorite card backs in general. I like these. Got Masters of the Universe artwork up here, which is fantastic, and always is. It says that modernizing and celebrating the original 80s Masters of the Universe animated series. Pawns of the Game Master is the episode that this Teela is taken from. So she comes with a prop from the original show, which is the training robot, which is cool. I remember that training robot, actually. On the back, let's see, we got Teela, got her. Trapjaw, got her. Merman, don't got him. And Stratos, don't got him. I don't care about Stratos, but that Merman, I'm interested. I would buy the Merman. Let's open her. All right, here we go. Let's start with a complaint. Here's the little battle droid thing, right? Battle droid thing, robot, trainer thing, there it is. It is one color. I'm not complaining about that, but it's not articulated. Is it? Okay, it's articulated up and down like a very old toy. This is all it does. It doesn't pull back or move forward. And there's no hole or anything in it, so you can't like put it on like a flight stand or whatever and have it like fighting her without actually changing the way that it is. That's a missed opportunity, personally. Because I feel like you could have done the same thing that Jada Toys does with things like the Hadoken, and that would have worked perfectly. Next, she did get the buckler, and it's the same kind of buckler that we've already had with her. That's fine, I guess. But I gotta be honest, I was kind of hoping for something different this time. A little bit, just the littlest bit different, because like this holding buckler that she has isn't all that great, in all honesty. It works, it's fine, but I would have liked to have seen a slight redesign with like a hook thing to actually plug into her arm like He-Man gets, and you don't get that with her. And we did get her sword, and it's actually her sword, and that's cool. I like that. I like that they went out of their way to sculpt a new weapon that is her weapon. It's the sword from the animation. I recognize it. That's really cool. And so now, with all of that out of the way, there she is. Teela. Now, let's do a minor adjustment here. Bring it down here so we can be more level with the figure. And I do like this a lot. The colors pop on this Teela, first off. They really do. This is the cartoon line, and they go for it, man. Like, that is a good gold color right there. This is a decent gold color right here. I don't notice like a difference. That's what I'm getting at. And I like that we got the gold colors and they stay. That white on the boot, that's really solid. So that horsehair that's around the boot, this is very well sculpted. I like that. Coming up here, to her top area, that's solid. And they didn't shy away. She got a chest. She has more chest on her than the other Teela had on the classic variant figures. It's noticeable. Do I care that much? Not necessarily. She's got that weird little flap thing on her armor, which that's customary to what we actually saw in the series. That face. Is that Teela? Because I feel like they did pretty good with that face. Could it have been better? You could argue that maybe they could have done a little bit better. And maybe it's up to the one that you get. But I like the arched eyebrows. I like the attitude. The face does seem right. Could she have stood to be a little paler, maybe? Or you think that's right? I'm fighting with myself here. Because she's pale. In the animation, she is pale. But maybe against the white, it wouldn't have looked so good. And she's still a believable redhead. I would have preferred a little bit more bicep. But you could tell she's got it. Where the curve of the arm comes down right here and it rolls out and everything. She's got it. It's just, I prefer warrior women like this to be built more like Power Princess. Power Princess was perfect. Now, Power Princess I unboxed in a live video. So chances are there's no playlist or anything like that for it. So, let me just go grab her. That's Power Princess. That's what I like. When I talk about warrior women, this is what I'm looking for. She has abs. She's built. She's still very feminine. She maintains all of her feminine features, but she's got arms. She's got definition. She's got tone, but she's got form. The long hair, everything, this is it. This is about as perfect as it can possibly get for me. That's what I want. That is what I'm looking for when I look for characters like Red Sonja, when I look for characters like Xena, when like that's what I'm looking for. The Power Princess struck an absolute perfect aesthetic. Now, does that hold this Teela back because it doesn't hit exactly every cue? No. I think that especially compared to the counterpart of this line, this might be the best Teela they've released now. For the Origins line, this might be the best Teela, and then we move forward from this point and make better ones off of that. Like, she's solid. She's really good. Does she have Teela butt? When she lands in front of the camera, will she have that Teela butt? Let's see. Hold on. Let me give her the sword here. And land. There's that pose from the animation, right? She's got it. Look, you gotta give them credit for finally doing it. For finally giving Teela a butt. Because they've acted like they can't do it or something. Like, it's crazy to me how hard they've avoided giving Teela a butt. There we go, though. That's Teela right there. I think she's good. I think she's real good. What's she look like standing next to He-Man? Doop. There. There's He-Man, Teela, standing together. Let's get them more right here in front of the camera, right? I can buy this. This looks good to me. She's decent size. She's not actually even as tall as she looks, because they went out of their way to do that crazy hair thing that she does. That warrior hair bun. It's here. So she's got that super long hair, but she's got it where it comes up, rolls out, comes around, and then puffs back and is held in place. Like, she's got it really done. So, oh my, now I can't get her to stand all of a sudden. Hold on. I'm sorry that I moved you ever so slightly, Teela. There. Just had to mess with her a little bit. You know, that's one thing I'm going to say. The cartoon line stands better than the Origins line does. They're still part of the Origins line, but these new bodies stand better. They seem better balanced. Speaking in which, here is the classic variant Teela. And you could tell almost immediately this is pretty good here, okay? So look. That's interesting. I was expecting, let me fix that. I was expecting, honestly, that this Teela, she seems taller. Not by much, but if she stands all the way up, I'm giving her a little bit of a boost because we do have that. But that's, oh my, she fell down. But that's mild. I mean, it really is mild. Let me see. Let's put you near back to back here, right? Okay, so this Teela's, they might be about the same size if I was standing them up completely. Not by much. I'm surprised. So that means that the male bucks got bigger. The female bucks, their design stayed fairly the same in terms of height. Maybe that will be a good thing in the line, because maybe all the female warriors will seem a little smaller compared to the men now. Not that they didn't already, but maybe it'll be emphasized even a little more, because the cartoon variants of the male figures, they stand taller. And they are a tiny bit like wider. Not by very much, it's almost barely noticeable, but I feel like I noticed that when I put characters next to each other, because the Origins, they're a little bit smaller, but they look bulkier. Interesting. I think it's good. I think it's really good. There are small things I could complain about, but that's true for every toy, if you want to get technical. I feel like this top part, this collary thing, is still not very well... The color separation, this plasticky piece, this rubbery plastic here, it's just like a gold rubbery plastic. I'm going to be honest, it probably would have made more sense if they would have colored that a little bit too. Not that they could have done too much with it, but it's something I notice. It sticks out. But really, I'd say it's an overall major improvement for the direction the line is going. I do like this a lot. I think it's very solid. Which is good, because I could always use more good Teela for the shelf. And I don't have much else for this episode. I think she's solid. I think it's fantastic. I talked about she's my favorite character. And I'm happy to have another one. Teela. Cartoon Teela added to the shelf. Later on. I have spoken. Take what you will from it.